Hello YouTube, my name is Caleb aka KT and welcome. So with college football 26 dropping a brand new quote unquote official gameplay deep dive, I'm gonna be going over a couple of things that I saw. We're gonna be going over the trailer together or the gameplay together, and then just basically talking a little bit more, talking over it, and then seeing a couple of things, and me going to explanation what I saw in the beta and a couple of things that I noticed during this quote unquote trailer gameplay. For one, I thought the hit sticks, as we saw just briefly in the last couple plays, I thought the hit sticks was actually pretty cool. They have quote unquote some more shit around it. It's like perfectly timed and then perfectly squared. So now we have timing when it comes to tackling, hit sticking, which could potentially make a lot of difference when it comes to making wear and tear matter on some players and the effect on you and others. Now the playbook wise, playbook is crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. In this trailer, they showed a play that I thought was really interesting. Not this play that's about to come up after this. The Rice option play was pretty nice. I gotta be honest. I never knew Rice had this in their playbook, but definitely will be peeping it, looking more. Wide receiver missed the block a little bit, but it's okay. Not really. Now, one thing I do want to talk about here is not really just the screen, it's the blocking for this screen. A lot of times in 25 you see this, the right tackle going into the right guard, and then this guy just coming scot-free or potentially swatting the ball out the air or doing whatever. So with that being said, he has to fake it to the inside, bring it back out, no diddy. Now this play by Penn State is actually pretty interesting in my opinion. Screen to the left, you have pretty much a lot of Ohio State defensive line going to the left, and then you're booting out to your right, having 1-2 defenders going out there and trying to stop you and getting blocked by 3 people. Now, speaking wise, A is wide open. This is the right play, but he chooses RB, absolutely guns it down the field, and a certain ability pops up too, which I believe is takeoff, which pops up right here when he catches it. Let me see. No, that's glue hands. But I ain't gonna lie to you, I think that play might get picked off potentially depending on what they're in versus an actual user. Now, new abilities, new things happen, and a couple new archetypes, quote unquote, that they put in the game. So let's go over some of them and let's get into it. Oh shit, I missed it. Fuck, hold on. Yeah, but some new archetypes that I did not cover. Speed start wide receiver, physical freak at defensive tackle. So that's 1.5. No, I didn't. Okay. Raw strength lurker at the Sam position, intriguing, strong side linebacker. Physical freak, again, speed rusher and east to west playmaker. Bump and run. So this is Julian Humphrey. I'm not sure what type of year he had last year, but if this is basically going off of Texas A&M roster, Will Lee, who's another cornerback who's below him, which is the 84, I believe he's also going to be a bump and run specialist, which essentially means man-to-man coverage very heavily with jammer and blanket coverage, which those are two of the most comboed abilities for corners when it comes down to man-to-man coverage. Now another would probably be power rusher, and then that's it. Now for the ability standpoint, I thought it was pretty simple. I talked a little bit about the abilities. They talked more about like the tiers to them, but battering ram, as the ball carrier slightly increases wear and tear effects on 2 defenders when falling forward, and then ball security, which is one of the abilities that I screenshotted allegedly, which basically slightly improves ball security. But if you look at the ultimate, or like basically platinum, ultimate ball security anywhere on the field, so it don't matter how you get hit. Potentially put this on your quarterback, this will most likely be a very, very dangerous ability on guys like DJ Lagway, Lenore Sellers, I think Jackson from Arkansas, I believe is his last name. But these are some of the people, Heisman caliber moments, finishing runs, making defenders pay with increased wear and tear damage when falling forward is a platinum ability. And the running back absolutely bitches 2 guys, falls forward, and someone just died next to him. Now, if you look at the ultimates for a lot of these guys, it's going to be very OP. But one that caught my eye slightly too is, I'm not sure this was last year's in the thing, I have to double check, but Platinum Mobile Deadeye. When on the run, outside the pocket, ultimate accuracy boost to any receiver. It's okay. Obviously, we know Platinum House Call basically gives you a better interception attempts and unlimited stamina, and then the spin 360 quote unquote is actually pretty nasty, and we see it in the trailer or the gameplay itself. We see it pitch on the option, and then on the speed option play, then spin back to the inside. Now, this is the shit I want y'all to hear and basically see, and let me know what y'all really think in the comment section about this Heisman thing. But I think it's actually pretty cool. But this is on time though. This is on time. This ability that he has underneath him is on time.
Powerful
and it's one of the abilities that I talked
tier.
about.
The Heisman tier captures those unexplainable moments when a player single-handedly takes over a game.
Now, let's talk briefly about that catch just a little bit. That catch was actually pretty nasty, and I thought it was pretty interesting. Now, this looks like it's a rack catch, which is interesting to me. I thought that would be an aggressive catch, but they talk about this later in the video as well.
When a player single-handedly takes over a game, new field vision introduces more realistic challenges for quarterbacks. Shorter quarterbacks will now have more limited vision when surrounded by taller linemen, and receiver icons will fade as they come in and out of view.
Okay, holy shit, that pass was bad. But to talk about this more, I don't think that's a case of how tall this quarterback is. And then just to talk about this briefly on this Boise State play, offensive lineman gets absolutely ripped quicker than fucking chicken breast. Holy fuck. And that's the easy touchdown. But on this play right here, this is not based off of like how tall he is. There's an easy window right here. Like it's potentially like the alleyway, even if you want to take off and run. But this is such an easy pass. You throw it just right here or right here, you know, just in this middle near the stick, and basically, I'm not gonna lie to you, you're pretty much good. But he throws it over here, potentially going to be picked. And I wonder if this man coverage from this safety right here, because he pops down and he looks like he's going to A. Also, A is wide open too. But yeah, I don't think that's because of how tall he is. I just think that's just a bad pass. Like we all have those moments of just missing a bad easy read, and it should have been completed, but we just overthrew it, or we just didn't put enough spice on it. But yeah, that's what I really thought with that one. I don't really think that has anything to do with the height of the QB or anything of that nature. I think that has more so to do with just the game itself. Now, wear and tear is very interesting. Seems like the weather plays a factor into it more. You get
feedback with new pre-snap visual cues that can affect a player's demeanor, indicating their condition right on the field.
I thought that was pretty simple. Like we already seen that though.
Physics-based
now, this is what I'm talking about.
Better tackles actually feel better. New tackle types like wrap catch.
Now, as you see on that tackle right there, perfectly square, okay timing. That's just one thing I talked about briefly in the intro, was just talking about that in the tackling. Better disruptor of the catching and the tackle. That, I mean, we already got that tackle animation in 25. And this was in the trailer. Boom. Off center, but perfect timing.
New dynamic subs allow real-time roster management.
I'm not gonna lie, you can sub people on and off the field while you're playing. If you're really interested in that, I thought it was cool to add on, but I don't think it's like end all be all. Trench work, which they try to show. I thought the running game, which I keep talking about, was way better. Now, this is a shit poor block by the tight end. I'm assuming that's who this is right here, lined up to the right of the tackle, because who else would be lined up right there? Or a fullback. But yeah, the run game is actually way better, and instinct, which I talked about a little bit as well, and this is going to be a deep dive. I believe this is a defensive ability for certain guys. I think this like indicates more shit for you. I don't know what it does. I have no clue. I wish I took a screenshot of it. But I'm very interested in what that ability does, because it lights up. Disruptor obviously lights up Workhorse as well for TJ Parker, I think his name is, and absolutely stuff. Now, the loop shit, this is what I'm noticing too. I think you can adjust like what type of loop you want. If it's a 4 down front, 5 down front, what you really want to do, because it says left exit 2-man, which I think is just the stunt twist right here. Left time 2-man, which is just the nose tackle goes over and the tackle slants. Okay, and then they have 3 pirate man, 4 temp, which is just all sides are just doing a stunt twist. Okay, interesting. Now, this shit was killer.
Delivers more depth and control and pass rush. 12 different types of stunts offer a range of strategic options before the snap, providing a new layer to the chess match at the
another thing too, when talking about this, the left guard, not left guard, the right guard doesn't do himself any favors with the right tackle. He doesn't pass him off so that he could get him after seeing this. But this is just what I talked about, the blocking in terms of the pass. It's going to be worse. I think we're going to really have to block a running back this year, probably, or probably put a better person. Maybe this is because it's North Carolina and doesn't have a highly rated team. I don't know, but this stand twist was crazy, and then all of a sudden he tries to block him and finally gets back there. The custom zone stems, I thought that was something we already talked about. You could pretty much do it in any zone, deep zone, flats, safety depth. I didn't know you could do it on terms of prevent and deep. I thought it was on percentages or like numbers. Now this seam flat was actually pretty interesting. Good hit. I thought that was an indicator originally for your user, but it just indicates if it was well timed or off balance, shit like that. So stadium post is still a bitch diverse. I thought that was one of the things that was pretty easily that they're going to upgrade more, and I thought they were going to do this and talk about this more. They did not talk about college football in the road from high school to college. They did not talk about this in this gameplay, even though it's supposed to be a deep dive. This is basically easy shit that we already knew. I talked about this in the demo. We already know about this shit, and I already know that it's gonna matter. Everybody know this shit, so it's nothing crazy. But overall, I thought they were gonna do more things with this. I thought they were gonna talk more about the accessories, you know, talk more about the coaching, the apparel, the road to being a coach. Some things matter more, things of that nature, or really just go more into depth. But or maybe this is probably all they have to just show us as for new, because maybe this is just essentially the same game as I probably already knew, was that this is pretty much going to be the same game with a touch more stuff being added in, sprinkled in, to just add more things in there. But yeah, man, if y'all have your opinions, which I wish they showed more in the trailer or in the gameplay, quote unquote, and if y'all just want to talk more in the comment sections, interact, you know, let me know what y'all opinions are. And please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share with y'all friends. And man, shit, college football 26 coming around the corner. Hopefully we get more videos basically going into more depth about like dynasty and shit of that nature. And yeah, I'll catch y'all later. I'm out. Deuces.